Hello guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks with Bandy, and today I'm going to do a quick review of a new Japanese tank. This time Wargaming is introducing the heavy tank branch of Japanese tanks, and like they did it before, they're gonna introduce it with a premium tank. This is a heavy tank number 6. But you all see a very similar tank. You're not mistaken. This is a Tiger tank. Apparently, Japanese were interested in buying Henschel's Tiger 1 tank, and they had some ideas and they wanted to buy one. Unfortunately for them, the prototype of dismantled Tiger 1 never made it to Japan, but it's live in this game. So what can I tell you about this tank? Well, it has 950 hit points, which is you're gonna see it's really poor. Weight load limit is 61 ton. It has 650 engine horsepower, 40 kilometers per hour is top speed, 26 reverse speed. Hull and turret armor is pretty much the same as it's on the Tiger. It's really poor. Even in his own tier, this tank is going to struggle. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you things that aren't there. In my opinion, this tank is going to get too hitted by Russian tanks and by any RT. This tank will be only just like Chinukai. It's going to be there just so you can train your crew before other Japanese heavy tanks come out. This tank has a gun that has poor penetration. It has only 132, which is enough to penetrate tanks up to tier 8, but don't get your hopes so high, because it has lower average damage and rate of fire is decent. It's when you put Vent's large caliber gun rammer, it can get to the 5.9 seconds reload. In my honest opinion, this is going to go just like when we get the Chinukai. This tank is pretty much weaker than any other counterpart, and at its own tier. It has its own advantages, but don't listen to people that will tell you nice things about it, because there is nothing nice. I was trying to test it loads of times. In tier 6, S51 and KV2 smash this vehicle over and over. In higher tier, every tank can do a bigger roll and shave off at least half of your health. So this is a lousy false heavy tank that can only be used as a sniper and a second line support vehicle. It's not there is nothing heavy about it, just so I can tell you. It's just like Tiger 1. It's a really weak tank. Tiger 1 at least has hit points at tier 7. This tank is at tier 6 and it can get to tier 8 matches, which I hope for those poor souls that buy this shit gonna at least have mercy of the matchmaking on its side, because even at tier 6 this tank is going to suffer. I can give my right hand for this, and no, I am not joking. For me, I honestly don't care what you can use in this tank. You can use APCR ammo as your gold ammo. but that will not save you, especially if matchmaking fails you really hard, like we can see in random games at live server. You're gonna get bad teams, and this tank cannot carry a game. You can only camp, just like with the Tiger 1. Unfortunately, Wargaming wanted to balance all the Tiger tanks in favor of the supreme Russian firepower in any of the tiers. You really need to be a skillful player to know how to use this, so don't get fooled. I'm talking this for the people, the majority on the servers, people that are learning, people there that will probably be excited and want to buy this thing and thinking of, oh, it's a nice tank, it's a Tiger, fearsome Tiger, but that will not help you in this game. Dominated by one-shot RT, by tanks that can really hurt you in one shot, where armor doesn't count for shit. This tank is going to be painful. I can only show you the gameplay of the tank and not bother you anymore by the talking. So let's go and see that gameplay, which was my best game, where we managed to pick up a win only by capping, and it was tier 8 game, like most of the other games on the test server. So yeah, let's see that gameplay. We are on the Fisherman's Bay map, and as you can see, this is a tier 8 game. All of my testing shots were like this. Mostly I played tier 8 games where I pretty much needed to be spotter or a scout, because all of the people were playing higher tier heavies and higher tier TDs, so my best bet was to spot for them. And in lower tier games, which weren't so many, I wasn't getting tier 6 games for some reason, and when I got really bad teams where I really couldn't test out the tank. And the thing is, I will not lie to you, you can get easily smashed by KV2 and by S51. Even the little bird tier 6 British RT can be cruel to this vehicle, because armor is really bad, and artillery still is really reigning supreme against these no armor tanks. The irony of all of this is that I probably started to play this game just like lots of you, to see T-34 and Tiger tank and Sherman tank. I was really curious about that. I wasn't expecting that Russians gonna be so dominant in all tiers. I was thinking that probably Germans gonna have some good sides, but when I finally unlocked my Tiger first time when I played, I was really sad, one sad tank enthusiast, because I couldn't believe how they implemented the tank, how they put it in such a bad position. Now these days it has some good stats, but it's still a punching bag in my opinion. It's not anything special. And yeah, this tank that the Japanese got is not so great and helpful solution. I think that there will be well, at one point people will buy this just to collect this tank, to have it in a garage. but I think that people that don't know or don't test out this tank will be really disappointed, and there will be a lot of tears at the end. By the way, this is a miracle bounce on the IS-3 shooting at me. You can see that gun is pretty much okay. You can penetrate all of the tanks, but you need to come at their sides and shoot them in the weak spots. You're tier 6 heavy with poor top speed. I mean, it can pay off. This tank can pay off, but it can pay off, but you really need to spam gold. And where is the point if you gonna need to spam APCR all the time when you play your tier 6 premium vehicle? I don't see point in that. I'm probably wrong. I'm probably not seeing the bigger picture over here, but for me, testing of this vehicle is really hard. It doesn't have anything. Even the gun is poor. The accuracy is even worse than on a Tiger. Tiger had it has epic accuracy, but this is really bad. Like this tank to fight hold down Jack Tiger, forget it. Even with APCR shells, you never gonna penetrate his upper hull. Even higher tier vehicles would need to load gold to kill him. So yeah, all in all, I just gave up at this point. Just wanted to finish this game. This was my last attempt, and I was saying to myself, fuck it, if we win, win, if we lose, lose, I don't care. I'm gonna put this in a video. At least I'm not going to lie anybody and tell fat horny jokes about anything of this. And yeah, that's all for this test out. I hope on live server that this tank is going to be better. See you guys.